Good morning, children, and welcome to today's session of chapter 3 that we are going to do by today. That will be accounting principles. Yesterday, we have done the definition of accounting principles, we did the nature of accounting principles, and we did the need of accounting principles. To have a quick recap, accounting principles are the guidelines or the fundamental basic statements which are to be kept in mind before making the accounting records in the books of accounts. So, on the basis of these guidelines, the principles which have been derived on the basis of experimentation and lot of study, so we record the accounting transactions. Now moving on to today's topic, that is what into how many categories we divide the accounting principles. We have two categories in which accounting principles are to be divided. They are the broad categories. One is concepts or assumptions, and the second is conventions. So accounting principles are broadly classified into two. One is accounting concepts or assumptions, we say, and one is conventions. As the word suggests, concepts. So what are concepts? These concepts are the fundamental guidelines on how the transactions should be recorded. Accounting concepts are a part of accounting principles, which are the fundamental guidelines on how the transactions should be recorded in the books of accounts. They are uniform set of rules, so flexibility is generally not allowed in them, and they are free from bias. Personal judgment does not influence accounting concepts as far as they are concerned. So accounting concepts are more important, and generally all the firms which are doing the accounting practices, they follow these concepts. So let us have a look at the categorization of these concepts. We have a wide category of these concepts. The three basic are going concern concept, you can have a look over here, then consistency concept and accrual concept. We have 8 more categories of these concepts which are to be followed while making the accounts, very important. Then let me tilt my board over here. Okay, these are the other concepts which are also concepts and very important to be followed while preparing the accounting records. They are business entity, money measurement, accounting period concept, then we have historical cost concept and dual aspect, revenue recognition concept, and two more I have written over the other side. They are matching concept and objectivity. So all in all we have 8 plus 3, 11 concepts which are to be followed and which are to be understood very carefully before making the accounting records. We have a set of conventions also, another category of accounting principles, but these conventions are the customs and traditions which are generally accepted practices in a particular economy. Say in India, we follow certain kinds of practices which have been followed since a longer period of time. Historic concepts. They are flexible and influenced by personal judgment. They are flexible, they can be changed according to the changes happening in the economy or technology or something like that. They are flexible in nature, that there is a chance or a scope to change them. And also they are influenced by personal judgment. Sometimes they are having an element of bias or partiality in them. So we have 3 major conventions that we are going to study in our syllabus. One is full disclosure, the other one is materiality, and the third one is prudence. Although these are also very important while preparing the records, while preparing the accounting records, but these are not rigid. They are flexible in nature and they are prone to personal judgment. So all in all, we will be studying all these concepts which are basic and fundamental, and conventions which are generally accounting traditions or customs being followed over a longer period of time. So today we are going to go with concepts. So first we are going to discuss the first 3 fundamental, that is going concern concept, consistency and accrual. So first I am going with going concern concept. Let us have a look at the definition of going concern concept. Okay, here I have written it down. Going concern concept means, or it states, that business will continue for a longer period of time. The intention of the business is never to stop it after a day or a month or a year. It is always started with an intention that it will continue for a longer period of time and it will provide profits for or generate profits for a longer period of time. There is no intention to close the business when it is started. A businessman never thinks that he is going to start the business after a long expenditure, after a very heavy amount of expenditure of crores, and then he is going to stop it after 6 months. There is no such intention. There is always an intention that the business will go on. That's why going concern concept. Now there are two important points which are highlighted in this particular concept. One is, because of going concern concept, there is a distinction between capital expenditure and revenue expenditure that we have done in the previous chapter. The capital expenditure means the expenditure done over fixed assets, and revenue expenditure means the expenditure which is done on day-to-day running of the business. Capital expenditure is a long-term expenditure. Revenue expenditure is a short-term expenditure. So there is a difference between short-term and long-term expenditure because of going concern concept. Otherwise, what will happen if the business has the intention to stop after few days or months? Then why there is a need of capital expenditure? Why business has to do an expenditure which will give it benefit for 20 years? So there is a distinction between capital and revenue expenditure because of this concept that the business is not having intention to stop or close. Then we have another point which is highlighted over here. You can have a look at the board. It is because of the going concern concept that outsiders enter into long-term contracts with the firm. It is because that the outsiders means the banks, the financial institutions, the creditors, the investors, they are in a position to enter into long-term contract with the firm because they know that the business is not going to stop after a day or a month or a year. That's why they are having complete faith in the business, that the business is going to go for a longer period of time, and whatever we are investing in the business, it will be returned back to us with a profit. So this is going concern concept, which states that business shall not stop. Business is not having any intentions to stop after a short span of time. Business is always started as an ongoing activity. It is started with an intention that it will run for a longer period of time. So moving on to the next concept, that is consistency. I hope that it is quite visible to you. Consistency, as the word suggests, not frequently changed. Consistent, stable. Consistency means that accounting principles and methods should not be changed frequently. Otherwise, the comparison would become difficult. The accounting practices, once you are adapting in 1 year, shall not be changed in another year. Otherwise, what will happen? The comparison between 2 years will become very difficult. For example, if we have two methods of calculating one particular identity, say depreciation. If we have two methods, one is straight line method and the other one is diminishing method. Then if we are using straight line method in the previous year and this year we are changing, naturally we cannot compare the two results because both methods are entirely different and they will give different results. So it is very important that the methods and the practices should be consistent, should not be changed frequently, so as to facilitate the comparison between the accounting records. Both types of comparison, it can be intra-firm also, it can be inter-firm also. Then we have one more point which is highlighted in this particular concept. It does not mean that new techniques should not be adapted. The techniques can be changed according to the changing needs of the economy, according to the changing needs of the business environment. But why we are using or why we are changing the technique or why we are changing a method or why we are changing a principle, the justification shall be clearly stated. That it is possible that economy is changing and we have to change a particular technique or a method, but it is allowed. Consistency doesn't mean that we have to be stagnant and we cannot follow the modern technology. We can follow it, but the thing is that we have to clarify, we have to justify that why we are making such changes and how beneficial these changes will be in future for the accounting practices. So in this video we have covered up only two concepts, that is going concern concept and consistency concept. I hope in the next video we will continue with the rest of the concepts. So stay tuned till the next video.